Recorded? Let's get it. Cheers, 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 cheers.
Yeah.
Go stupid, go dumb. Ay, go stupid, go dumb. Go stupid, go dumb. Ay, baby, y'all no bum. Ay. Go stupid, go dumb. Ay, beanie on no runway. New clothes, no runway. Shorty want a sunbathe. Tell me about her Sunday. Talk about it was a fun day. Ask me if I pop out maybe one day. 24/7 I'm working.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of First Initial Thoughts. I'm your host, First Initial J, and it's the only podcast where the first thing that comes to mind probably should have stayed there. And today, special guest again, featuring the one and only
John.
Nice to see y'all, man. Nice to see y'all. And who else we got over here?
Got Young Jew in the building.
We got Jew back again in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking give this man a round of applause. I still don't realize and figure out how the fuck you got that name, bro. I don't know if you want to talk about that right now. I still don't know how this man got his name.
I'm confused too.
Did he even tell us last time on the last episode or the previous
He
episodes?
said it was from the streets.
This motherfucker says he's from the streets, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell me what streets you're from.
Woodcrest or what? What streets you from? I picked you up earlier today. Neighborhood.
Damn, son. All right. Give me your ideas for what you was talking about earlier.
So earlier today, what were we talking about with the, you were telling me a story about your friend that had, he was driving around or something. No?
You don't want to talk about that, man.
No, his friend's embarrassed, he told me. Yeah.
You can't talk about that one.
Ah.
Bro, we got to dive into that now. Come on now, Drew.
No.
No? Come on,
People
man.
watching, man.
Okay.
Well, we'll go into something simple, I guess.
One of your topics.
I guess we could go with we'll start off nice and soft, I guess. Here's something easy. Do y'all have when y'all were younger, did y'all have a favorite lunchroom meal that y'all would always go to, or did y'all just never really fuck with the food like that?
I fucked with the food like that, but yeah, I fucked with it, but it depends on what you're talking about, like high school.
Technically either one. I would go with high school because there was better food then, but I know that it's all kind of the same. They all got the still little square pizzas on all grades pretty much.
The square pizzas still go hard.
Square pizzas. The breakfast one was great.
The breakfast one was a classic.
The breakfast one was a fucking classic.
I remember just wanting to pull up early for school for that. Mm-hmm. The very few times where I was on time to class, I had to make sure I got that pizza, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that pizza was great. That one, you got the pizza sticks, that classic pizza stick one, the little marinara cup they give you.
Ooh, hell yeah. Putting them stripping them bars apart, hell yeah.
I was trying to find those so hard after I got out of high school, I could not.
Buy them frozen, bro. They need to sell those frozen, man.
I
I be
think they
buying
do
them. Do they?
now.
I buy them.
They got
I can find
websites
them.
for that now.
Because I don't want just a normal breading of fucking mozzarella sticks, you know what I'm saying? I don't want those ones at the back. I don't want those ones.
No, those ones are
smack,
just
though.
different. Just hit
They
different.
hit different.
They definitely were undercooked, but they were good. I don't know what it
They
was
still
about
smacked.
it.
It's probably because they were undercooked.
Right?
Or it's probably because of our childhoods, growing up fucking drinking water out the goddamn water hose in the front or in the back, you know what I'm saying? Our bodies could handle anything with immunities and shit, whatever.
Taste buds were different.
Taste
then.
buds were, man.
You did
Some
anything.
minerals in that
Well, I mean, they
shit.
say, because you get older, they say your eyesight gets worse, all that stuff, taste buds, that's one of the things that you
Aging.
lose, aging, when you're aging.
Yeah, I would have to say I think the only one I didn't really mess with too much was like the burger was always plain. I will say that. And it was always
Burger was
dry.
nasty,
One
bro.
thing I
That
have
didn't
to
even
say
taste like
about
a beef
that,
patty, bro.
Nah.
The lunch ladies have to be punching my shit in on this fucking
They
thing.
beating
They were so
Jews meat
fucking-
over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
Mine were so flat.
Big
dog, I
Jew
didn't
over
even
here
know
getting
what
his
it
fucking
was.
meat beaten.
For real.
The lunch ladies.
By the lunch ladies. Nah.
What was your favorite?
What was your favorite style of getting beat?
Shit. Man. Nah, there's I don't know if y'all had teriyaki bowls at y'all school.
You know what?
Nah,
I think
what
I
the
had it
fuck?
like once, but you had to pay for those.
Yeah.
They
It's
had
like a la carte, right?
Yeah, right.
That one.
Definitely some Woodcrest shit.
Fuck no. This isn't mobile.
It's got a salad bar in his fucking lunchroom. Damn.
Damn,
I
son.
didn't have all that in high school.
Nah, I didn't need it. What the fuck? I remember going up here and rumors that John Paul Stevens, or is it whatever that high school
Shit
is,
like that.
Stevens?
Yeah,
Anyway,
Stevens.
Stevens High School had like fucking fast food restaurants in there. I believe it's just a myth.
I think Brendan does
I think
too.
it's a myth. No,
Oh, no.
maybe
Fuck
they
no.
do now. I mean, when I went to Brennan, they didn't have shit
I
like
mean, I've
that.
seen high schools that have actual.
I'm not sure if that was a myth or anything, or because
I would assume that was just, once you get your free period, you would be able to go get food and then they would bring it to the
yeah,
lunchroom,
motherfuckers
but
be lying.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. If they actually had a restaurant inside of the schools, that'd be pretty sick, though.
That would be sick.
Probably a Starbucks. I believe a Starbucks.
That'd be
or something.
fucking awesome,
Nah,
man.
that'd be some
Believe me.
money right there.
Yeah, because at
All
mine,
right.
they
Could you
had,
imagine though clocking in for that job and you're like, yeah, where you work at? I work at a Starbucks, but it's inside of high school, so
Right.
what are the hours on that, bro? Because school's out by like 4 in the afternoon, right? I mean, I guess you could work a normal 9 to 5, but for coffee it makes sense. But like other food places,
Yeah, no, like a Whataburger.
yeah, that'd make no
work.
sense, right? Imagine that. Yeah, I'm going to clock in at Stevens right now.
Would make hella money though. Shit.
Yeah.
All those
Tips would be
students. Yeah.
good.
You would have to pay me more to do that job, though. Working with a bunch of degenerate ass, motherfucking ungrateful ass, adolescent assholes.
It also depends if it's like one of those Title I schools or not. Like if they were paying for their lunch already, or if they got it for free.
Yeah.
It'd be like that maybe too. Because if it's one of those schools where they're already getting the free lunch, they ain't throwing no.
They ain't
McDonald's
getting,
in there.
yeah, you're not getting that for free, bro. They ain't accepting no EBT around here. You know what I'm saying?
Sadly, better punch that school number and have $5.
But it's still that money out your mama's wallet, bro.
I think I was lucky enough to have it like for the most part free for most of my years. But
Yeah.
then I think at the end or so it was like
It was the same thing for me. At the end, they fucked me over. I did not get it for my last school year. Hell nah, dude, I did not.
It didn't matter to me though, because I was like, I already got 2 free periods. I'm
It
just gonna
didn't.
leave.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that.
Hell yeah, dude. That was awesome about that. I did too in my senior
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Dude, I would make like whatever money I had because whenever that, dude, I just stretch it down, probably buy weed.
Usually.
I'd buy weed back then with my lunch money, bro. I don't know what anybody else actually
Like,
bought.
shit, I'll starve. I'll eat the shitty food.
I'll
today.
starve and I'll just be high and starve. I don't give a fuck. Eat when I get home. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll ditch and come back on like I used to.
Oh yeah.
I would ditch from school, getting high as fuck, and then thinking about going back in afterward. I'm like, nah, fuck that shit.
Did y'all ride the bus or did y'all just like walk to school?
I had to ride the bus until they opened up that way towards Brennan right there, and then after that, I had to walk.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't mind it because I was always late anyway. I had to get high before I went in, bro.
Oh man,
I ain't gonna lie.
Those days are fucking great.
That was weird, bro.
Going in all paranoid and shit, but also just
It
like, you
is,
don't
but at the
care.
same time, you don't give a fuck.
you
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
care
You don't
'cause
care. Yeah.
There's what, send you home, give you ISS. Like, you really didn't get in trouble too
But
much.
yeah, for the most part, though, I never got caught being high.
Ah, okay. It was always the stupid kids that would come in smelling like weed, but everybody else, if you smell
Do you know
like
how hard
Axe,
that was,
you
though?
know
As
it's
a kid, man, like, hey, yo, bro, do I smell? Do I look high right now? You're looking at each other like, do I look high right now? You guys are like,
Nah, you
you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like, nah, bro, you're straight.
yeah.
You're all smelling like skunk and shit, bro. You smelling like loud.
I remember one time I went to a classroom and I had just smoked in the bathroom. Stupid idea. Don't ever do that shit.
Smoke alarms go off?
Yeah, inside school, they had a little bathroom
This
downstairs
guy,
in like
guys.
the H building or something.
What was
They had
this
a
at?
window.
John, that's like some John Jay type shit right
I
there,
went to
cuz.
Holmes.
Oh, okay, that's Holmes type shit right there, right?
Hood rat shit, yeah. Now you know why my lunch was free.
Motherfucker had some balls smoking up in the restaurant. No windows.
Well, it's because I wanted to leave, but they had like certain cameras at that bus stop
Oh,
angle, so you
yeah.
could go through the back door, but once you're coming back, it's like an open space for them to just see you walking back.
And that's awkward.
And sometimes they would lock that gate, so like you'd either jump that fence or walk around to the front of the school and be like walking in by the principal's office.
Oh, hell
so it's
nah,
like, it's either
yeah.
If I'm dipping, I'm going home. For
Yeah,
that day,
exactly.
but
I'm
I
not
was like-
risking that shit.
I was like, let me just get a little hit.
That's
in
normally
right
what I
now.
would do, bro. I would not risk walking in front of the fucking principal's office
no.
while you're getting high as fuck. Hell nah.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But I know I had smoked in the bathroom, and I didn't really smell. Oh, I don't think I smelled like anything.
Yeah.
But I remember walking into class, and honestly, I think this was actually in middle school, at the end of middle school, and there was a sub in there too. That's probably the reason why I went, because I was like, oh, there's a fucking sub in there. He's old. He don't fucking care. And I walk
Yeah.
in late, like maybe like 10 minutes or so. And I remember the first thing he asked me was like, oh, what's your name? And the second thing was literally like, are you high right now? Because I don't know what I said to him, but shit.
All right.
So, I got a question.
What's up?
You seem very into the in-tuned into your spiritual. So I'm curious, you believe conspiracy theories?
Hell yeah.
Anything specific? Which ones would you say are more on the edge of like, not really that true? Like
I don't know that much. I'm sorry, I do not know that much about conspiracy theories. I did once upon a time, so I'm gonna let y'all dive into this.
Yeah, no
I'm
worries.
intrigued to hear some of these theories myself. I mean, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, so y'all buy it or not, y'all let us know in the comments. Go ahead. What did you like to lead off first? Do you have like a main point of subject for a conspiracy theory that you were talking about earlier
I
or
have
something?
one solid one. So
Okay.
this goes more into like the ghost activity and shit like that. What?
Okay.
Okay.
I fuck with that.
What is y'all's opinion on ghosts and how it is basically?
like what we think a ghost
Yeah.
is.
What do
mean?
you think a ghost is? So I could give it a better explanation.
I would think it's like if it is really a ghost in the sense of like a spirit or something, because a lot of people say it's like, oh, when you have left unfinished business here on this realm, you can't
You
travel to
can't.
the next.
Yeah, you can't move
so
on.
maybe there is, but then it's also like, well, what can you really do in that form to make you fulfill that, or are you not supposed to and you're just stuck in purgatory? I would definitely say there's an aspect to them.
That's a
'cause I feel
good
like I've
fucking
seen-
reply.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some things that have been like, I don't know what the hell I just saw, but I know nobody's standing there no more. And like you got the shadow people ones, you got all these ones, but I would say ghosts is definitely a good one to believe in some aspect, whether it's actually a spirit of somebody that used to be here, or maybe it's just it is our minds playing tricks on us whenever we were in the dark, and you're like, oh, because you're conditioned to see faces and stuff.
Or like, what is that? To mention when you said that something, I just a second ago I forgot. Is it called skinwalkers? Is that what they're
Oh,
called? Is that a
yeah,
thing? Is that a theory, or
Yes.
is that a conspiracy theory, or is that like something that people made up, or is that?
So it's half and half.
I'm not sure too much on that.
It is extremely believable. I mean, it's basically like witches. Like they shapeshift and shit. It's Navajo, so it's like Indians, the tribes back then, stuff like that. But it was to protect their land, you know, because you know back then how it was. This land is your land. If anyone steps on it that you don't know, kill them. Whatever, you know, it's your property. Just like how it is nowadays, private property.
Yeah.
You do whatever the fuck you want.
But I imagine back then it was a different time.
Yeah,
man.
back then there's no fucking laws or anything. You do whatever you
Yeah.
want, dog. But that's how mostly it is. Just witches, witch doctors, and all that. That's how it was, like spiritual. But they would shapeshift into animals. That's the only thing that confused me was shapeshifting into animals, because
I want to say I think
yeah.
the skinwalkers can shapeshift into like people.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
people too.
It can shapeshift
Yeah.
into pretty much.
Yeah, I remember
whatever.
hearing a little bit
Yeah.
about that stuff.
I think it's more so like the person they're trying to attract or get, they can shapeshift in what they believe they'll believe. If
Are
that makes sense.
you neutral on that? Are you neutral on that too? Like how you mentioned about the ghost just previously?
I feel like that one's a little bit more on the
Unbelievable,
skeptical side.
skeptical,
just
yeah.
because, like, I don't know. I feel like there would be more, kind of like with like the black-eyed kids theory type of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never heard about that.
one thing I did want to say about the ghost, it was kind of the same subject, how you were going on about it.
Yeah, do
I
you believe
feel
in
like-
it?
Yeah, what do you
believe
think
in
of
it? Yeah,
it?
do you
So
believe in
what,
ghosts?
what I believe in mostly about ghosts would be, think about it as, I'm not saying we're in a simulation, but it's a simulated thing where
Like the
if you're-
Matrix? type of
Yeah,
thing that
kind
everybody
of like
says,
that.
we live in the
Where
Matrix?
it's a glitch where you're stuck, but there's no moving on. So I mean, think about it. There's like these, what's a good?
Like the purgatory stuff that
Yeah,
you were just
yeah.
talking about, right?
Where you're stuck in the same single spot. You don't see ghosts following you. I mean, that's spirits. That's demons following you. We're talking
Yeah.
about ghosts. They're stuck doing the same things they would normally do. Like people say ghosts do their jobs till this day. You know, like they finish what's unfinished, but also they're still stuck in that time loop where like it's just constantly, consistently going and there's nothing else. So I feel like it's just a time loop that gets stuck and there's nothing like to move on about for them.
So
You
what
know
made
I
you
mean?
dive
So
into
kinda-
that?
Yeah.
For that,
Because
for
he
your
had mentioned
conspiracy
something
theory.
about it as, what'd you say? It
Oh,
was,
that I would think like it would make somewhat sense if it's like a person who's unfinished business left
Yeah,
on this
unfinished
world,
business
and they
that's
couldn't
left.
pass over because like they couldn't come to terms with it themselves, maybe or something.
Yeah, so that's what made me think about it but also I always thought it was just a time zone that got stuck and just keeps on repeating consistently.
Or in
You know
like
what
a
I mean?
time loop and
Yeah,
shit,
like a time
Looper or
loop.
something?
That's what I think of ghosts
Or-
as, honestly. But it's so deep because like it goes to demons, it goes to people believing family members come back down. I mean, I'm very 50-50 on that part. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because it is weird. Because like,
I
how
feel
are you
like-
gonna have all of these like, oh, these famous hotels that are always haunted because
Yep.
they have these? Is it because they can't leave? Is that why?
So
you know?
one
Shit
thing
like
I
that.
believe is that like any spirits are bad because kind of like the Bible, the devil was casted down to planet Earth. You know what I mean? Since he was kicked out of heaven.
All right, so yeah, you're right. Just did spark up something, so I had to search it real quick to show it to
Yeah.
y'all. I do not know how to pronounce the word, so I'm gonna show it to y'all real quick.
Yeah.
To bring up the conspiracy theory, because it goes back to like ghosts and stuff
Yeah,
from every
yeah,
every other documentary or found footage film that I've seen. This one right here. Go ahead, pass that around. I don't know if you know how to pronounce that or if you heard about that.
Yeah, the Chernobyl disaster.
And
with
then
the,
have you ever seen any of the aspects? Get a shot of this.
So
be like that nuclear power plant
Yeah,
that
it's
was
like
in Russia, I
radioactive.
believe.
And then, have you ever heard any of the other stuff about that with like the people that died there from the radioactive stuff that caused cancer for them? They all died.
mostly all I've seen about it was
I believe that is true.
Like-
'Cause I've seen some ghost activity that's been like committed, or like not committed. That sounds stupid. It's been
Reported?
Reported,
Yeah.
yes, thank you. It's been reported like that there had been ghost activity out there because of the people that died there.
Out there.
So that's
all
what mentions about ghosts that just shot product into my mind. So I don't
All
know.
I know of is like the genetics happening throughout the animals living out there, how they're growing extra legs.
Oh, yeah, those
and
mutations.
shit like that, mutations happening. But I mean, think about it. It kills humans if you have too much radiation. So I mean, it fucks them up, and then it makes them evolve to a whole different meaning.
It's really weird though, yeah, because like at the end of it, mutations are like such a crazy thing.
It
Because
is.
Oh man, don't even talk to me about that. Mutations, I automatically think like fucking The Hills Have Eyes. My bad.
yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much what it turns you into sometimes.
Yeah.
If you look at like, I'm thinking of like Chernobyl Chernobyl.
Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like Horsheimer sauce. Like, how do you pronounce that, bro?
Fuck, no.
Yeah, the Chernobyl. Is it? What's the movie called?
It's
Chernobyl
all-
Diaries.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah. If you watch that, I feel like that's kind of similar to what it would be. Maybe I don't think there's actually like zombies out there in Chernobyl.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I believe into that
but
either.
I feel like.
But I
that
mean,
could
if you're
be
talking about
something.
zombies, bro, what the fuck would go down if you had a zombie apocalypse going on right now?
I mean, I would lock myself in like a
Post-apocalyptic
Walmart or
shit,
something,
man.
I
What would
don't
go
know.
down?
Then again, I feel like that'd be everybody's plan. Go to
Yeah,
like a big store,
because all the fucking
go lock
storage, amount of
yourself in.
foods and stuff, and liquids with waters to stay hydrated and
I'm
all that.
living in the Amazon facility, dog.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh hell no, you're gonna get
It's already
trapped.
hell in there.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. Don't even mention that shit. Skip. Swipe.
Yeah, no, I don't know, because definitely, you know, that's the one thing that is funny, because if something like that happens, the people that actually look smart are those doomsday preppers that you see.
Yeah, the
on
ones that
TV
look crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, well, I got 50 gallons of water just sitting
I seen
in
that.
my well that I can constly pump. And like,
Yeah.
that would make, you know, they're probably the ones that are going to survive.
It just reminds me of like what's on my bed. It reminds me of like a 10 Cloverfield Lane. With a
10
dope ass fucking bomb bunker built. What is it? Like a bomb bunker, like a bomb shelter.
Little bomb
That's just
shelter thing.
badass. If I had the money, I would have done that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
How would y'all think a zombie apocalypse would begin if it began like in this
Yeah,
day?
that's a tough question because I've seen a lot of movies, bro.
Yeah.
To lead back into,
I mean, they
bro, because
all-
the coronavirus. Look how
Yeah.
similar that
Yeah.
was with the.
It's all with
have
the
you seen the movie?
virus.
Have you seen the movie Contagion? It's literally like the same shit, bro. It's literally like the same shit.
That's a crazy one.
Right?
Contagion is a good fucking
It is a
crazy
great
one.
ass movie, great cast actors, but I mean, I don't want to go ahead and jump off the rip and say because every movie I've seen or show, be like, oh, it starts off with a virus. But I mean, how else would it spread, right?
It's definitely something with like a virus, a chemical. I mean, you've seen Resident Evil.
Or with or with like The Last of Us, it was like one of those that plant thing out
It's like
in
a
the
little
forest.
mushroom fungus that grows inside
yeah,
your
exactly.
brain. Like it's always a little something.
That's
like that.
actually pretty cool though. That's
one
a
seems-
different route.
that
You know,
seems real, yeah.
That's scary. Not too long ago, like a year after that, they actually found a fungi or fungus, whatever it's called, like just like that, dude.
Yeah, and it goes into little bugs.
Yeah,
and
they
it
literally
takes
found the
over
one
their-
that they actually. I don't know if you read up or saw that. So that's fucking scary to know
I've seen
about,
little
bro.
pictures of those snails they would get attached to, and you would just see like this little tentacle out the
Yeah,
top
have
of
you
their
seen that?
head.
Have you seen that or no?
I've
No.
not seen
Yeah,
that
no,
one.
it is
I
a
consider
real-
looking to that. That's a real thing,
That
dude.
is a real
It's-
fungi
that freaked out
thing.
everybody. I remember when it went fucking on every social media type shit.
That was,
damn.
I feel like it would have to be something like that, where it's
It would
a
have to be,
virus
right.
or like maybe an animal. Like
All right, but let's say, hold on. Let's say you make it up then. Make it up. What would you say? Then I'll answer, all right?
going
and then
out
you
of
answer.
going out of anywhere, I would say, let's say we started drilling in Antarctica or something, and they opened a little vat of like
That's
water
cool.
that nobody's ever seen.
That's cool.
And then one of those little microbes in the water or something gets.
Damn,
it's-
motherfucker, you sound like you were ready for this answer, bitch.
I don't
What
know.
the
That's what I'm
hell,
thinking.
man?
Y'all know what's fucking insane about that? Is that shit actually
That's
happened.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying,
no,
bro. That
that's
sounds
He came up
realistic.
with some shit that actually
You
happened.
look like a movie director, a movie writer, movie
That's
director.
what I would think. There would be something weird like that where we've never unopened this in a while, or we dug too deep and we found just like this new little microbe, and somehow it's able to do the same shit that a little snail, little fungi does. Like I
Damn.
feel like it'd be something like that.
That's a great answer,
I
bro.
saw that all over social media that actually happened exactly how he said it.
Oh,
but
shit,
I
I
don't know
don't
if that
know.
shit was staged.
Nah, he didn't copy that. That was off the
Nah, I
dome.
know.
That was
I
off the
really
dome.
don't
Nah,
know.
you're making him
Yeah,
look bad
my
now.
bad.
He did not.
No.
You're making him look bad, bro.
Hey, if it did, it just gives me more validity. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
but that would be how
That
I would
sounds
think.
realistic.
Something like that, because it doesn't sound too crazy. Like
So then you would say that little thing that they found, what would you say it
it
was?
would be like a little microbe, or like they found a pocket of water and it's
And-
got like something in it that we just haven't seen in millions of years.
And then so you're saying after that, like it would pass on like a virus type
yeah,
thing.
it would
Okay.
be something that maybe it would be airborne, or like
Ooh, that's
after
worse.
one person gets it, they like if they cough in your face,
That'd
or
be
if they
worse,
get like
bro.
a bodily fluid like spit on you,
Yeah.
then it would transfer and it'd be something like that. And I don't think it'd be like, oh, zombies how we're thinking. I think it would just make people mindless and maybe crazy, almost like kind of like in the Crazies.
Oh, that's a dope ass
Right?
movie. That's a
That would-
classic.
Yeah, so
That's
like
a classic.
I would think it'd be something like that, but also you wouldn't be as coherent.
Or what was
maybe.
that one movie with the Mark Wahlberg? The same concept where it was airborne.
Fucking
the
that's, ooh.
fuck, what is it called? That was the same concept, bro.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, pretty much that exact same thing.
Damn.
But
Oh,
the
happening.
Everybody's just
Yes,
falling
bro.
over.
And remember, there was like a tiny little hole inside of the fucking what do you call those? Like those automatic things for the what do you call it when you got a convertible, but it's not like there's a hole in that side of the patch of their vehicle because it was a convertible, and so the air ended up getting in through there, and it killed everybody. They turned them all. I could not go imagine something like it being airborne, bro. That's probably.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
How do you avoid that?
Wear a gas mask, probably. Double up.
But what if you don't even know it's airborne at the time and just started now? You know what I'm saying? You're fucked.
Yeah, you would just imagine it's in the water or something because you gotta eat, you gotta drink. Like it's gotta be something around.
And
you.
then you're gonna have to obviously step out and like hope and create some type of device if you are stepping out after you find out that it's airborne.
Yeah, I
Damn.
don't know.
All right, then you want me to go to next to my idea?
Whichever y'all think. That's
crazy
what I would
ass
think,
idea.
though. Something like that
All
with
right.
a little microbe or something in Antarctica.
My idea, I guess, if it had to start out how I think it would, I would say, let's say, start a recent events with Elon Musk sending shuttles out to space. I would say we bring back something that we weren't supposed to.
I like that one too.
I would say that.
True.
I had to think of something, dude. I mean, all right, so yeah, I would say that. I would say they brought something back from space, maybe by accident, or maybe they found like some type of
Like a little microbe or
or like
something.
some type of thing that was like
Virus.
considered wildlife type thing that they seen and brought it back to do like how they do cover-ups. Like the government is another conspiracy theory, right? Like
Yup.
they bring stuff back and then they do cover-ups and then like I don't know if they off those people to hide the files, you know, so the government and like the people like you and me don't see. But
Yeah.
I would say something like that, and then it just starts attacking shit like crazy. Not on some aliens movie, you know, nothing like that. So don't, not aliens, like, you know, like just some different type of species, unknown type of stuff that's a virus, I guess, in general.
Yeah, because we really don't know what life is
It
out
is
there.
tough.
Yeah, it could be something completely different than what we think it is.
I feel like it's too tough to actually, So that sucks. I have to say it, but yeah, I would say it starts with a virus, and that's typical. But yeah, and then it just starts spreading like wildfire.
Yeah, but outer space would make sense. Somewhere we've never fucking been.
I mean, I've seen a lot of movies similar to what I'm saying, but like something different in particularly. But I don't know. What about you? What about you, Drew?
Honestly,
What about
the
you,
way
Big
I
Joe?
the way I would think apocalypse would begin would be, it would be some dumbass scientist that, you know how like they be testing stuff like on animals before they be testing it on humans.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be something based on that because they go based on monkeys since monkeys are like the closest thing to like a human, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it would go based on that, and some DNA fuck up happens where it just eats your brain, but also it would become airborne.
Another airborne
But-
situation.
Another airborne.
Yeah.
I felt you on the first one. You were about to completely beat us all with the DNA type style thing, like blood
Yeah,
stuff,
but-
and then I feel like you lost it with the
also-
airborne. You had it. I would be like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
But airborne, I was like, oh,
Airborne.
damn it, man.
I mean, scientists are gonna be around these
Still a
animals.
wild-ass
so that's
story,
like
man.
It could
realistic.
be like zombies though.
That's
Oh
real
man,
realistic,
PETA would not take too kind to
Say
that.
a fucking monkey broke out and bit someone. What the fuck?
All it would take is for that person to bite another person.
Nah, but
Yeah.
honestly, it would be crazy if they did if an apocalypse were to happen, kind of like COVID, but like something that's a lot more fucked up that make humans go on human contact, fuck each other up, whatever. Kind of like it would make us go extinct, like dinosaurs went extinct. You know what I mean? So,
Dinosaurs. That's a
Yeah,
wild.
dinosaurs.
That's wild. You're taking it way back.
yeah. Okay, I mean, what do you think would happen if humans were extinct the way dinosaurs were extinct?
That's a tough ass question. That's a
Right?
good question. That's tough. God damn.
Did they actually go by an asteroid though, or is that just what we
Honestly,
believe?
my opinion would be the lack of oxygen. because-
From like all of the debris and stuff of the asteroid. hitting?
Yes, exactly.
All right, then another question
No.
for you about dinosaurs in particular. Both this applies to both of y'all, not just one of you in particular. Do you believe, since there's like no actual recollection of knowing what dinosaurs look like, you're only just making things out of what it appears to seem from when you're seeing the bones? Do you believe that that's actually what they look like? Because you know it's just who actually does that stuff? Who
Like an archaeologist
yeah,
that would find the bones.
And then who would take care of the rest after that on trying to put the image on what they would actually look like around that bones?
I feel like I want to say anthropologist, but I don't know if that's the right word for it. That might be a completely.
I'm not gonna
different
quote you
field.
on that. Don't
Yeah,
quote him
you don't
on
gotta
that.
quote me on that, but
we'll just go ahead
I
and believe
know
him for now.
archaeologists are the ones that find the bones.
So would you agree with that's how they actually look then? If I did,
Well, I don't know, because like it's also until a couple years or so ago they were like, oh yeah, dinosaurs actually had feathers, And it's like,
Yeah.
well, we never saw that in any of the.
Oh, because of birds or?
Well, no, all dinosaurs apparently had feathers or something. Most of them did, from what it seems like, right?
I never heard anything about that.
Honestly, but they do
if I'm not gonna lie,
find.
I haven't heard anything
I
about that.
think, yeah, they said something about like the T-Rex actually did have like, was it feathers or something? I don't know which
Yeah.
one, but a lot of them did. Because the dinosaurs, technically, birds are related to them. Like, I think certain ones to this day would still be classified as something like that, I think.
Well, I mean, they still find them in full contact, like in like these snowy places like Antarctica and shit. Like, I mean, think
yeah.
about like mammoths. They found a fully contact baby mammoth that they're trying to bring back, kind of like the dire wolf. They
Oh
found
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
seeing
There
that.
you
That's
go.
fucking
Yeah,
awesome,
that's
dude.
fucking insane. They
Isn't that
brought them
scary
back.
though that they're
That
able,
is.
actually able to do that with the DNA? That's awesome, dude. I remember just seeing
Yeah.
that.
Shit, should we do that, though?
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I
that's a
mean.
great
That would
question.
open a lot of
That's a
shit.
great question. That does, because that opens up the gateway for them getting the go ahead to start experimenting on whatever type of DNA they got to go ahead. You know,
Try
they
and make a human
they get the
clone or
green
something,
light.
yeah.
But cloning's already been possible. Remember, we've been taught that in school growing
Yeah,
up.
the little clones of
The sheep, or what was it? The fucking remember they cloned the
yeah, I think it
was it a
something
sheep
like
or
that.
was it a goat?
I think it was a goat.
Remember they cloned them and they named them, but the other clone didn't live that long. I'm not sure
something
if you
like
remember
that.
those stories, but yeah, cloning's already been possible.
Yeah, I think it was wasn't it? It might have been a goat, and then they infused it with like something like spiders, so like it would make spider silk out of its milk.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's like,
that's,
what the
that's
fuck?
a crazy ass situation to like just to believe that that's possible.
I don't know how like that
all
shit's
about
Dude, bro,
insane
like
the way it is.
they're actually recreating like Jurassic Park. I know it's
Yeah.
Jurassic World now, but like in the old school Jurassic Park movies, remember like that's where they originally started with getting the
hybrids
DNA.
and shit,
Remember they
yeah.
were like drilling into those what are those like fossil rock things that it had like a mosquito stuck in it that had sucked
Yeah.
out the blood DNA from
what's the name
one of the animals.
Shit, yeah, that might be a
From
way
one of
to
the
do it.
dinosaurs, I mean, not animal. I'm not sure if you consider them animals, but you know what I mean. Have you
Yeah.
seen Jurassic Park?
Long time. I love.
It's been a
Jurassic
while,
Park,
I know,
yeah.
but that's like the only thing I remember from it is that what you mentioned about with the mammoths and like the
Yeah,
wolves that they did
that they
with.
find in fully
So
contact.
imagine if they find other stuff in fossils like that in the same similar situations. It is scary to mention when you like. Should we?
Should we though? Yeah.
I don't know. Do y'all think they should be doing it?
I don't know. It's scary. Certain ones maybe for the ecosystem if it's a good thing or not a dangerous
Imagine
creature.
getting in a real life fucking Jurassic
But-
World.
Yeah,
Shit,
no,
bro.
it was a theme park.
I'm not
That was
paying
the
to go to a
honestly,
theme park with that, bro. I've seen too many.
It could
movies.
happen the way scientists are now. 'Cause, I mean, wasn't it all based on the island,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, if
Yeah, it was
we-
like a rich ass
so
dude.
yeah, that same thing could happen if we're being honest. But we didn't really get to do any dinosaur, no crazy shit.
Do you think that would get the go ahead though? I don't.
But would they even
Possibly.
tell us if they're working on
They
it?
That's
probably
true.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
That's
they probably
true.
wouldn't.
That's true.
And then until something bad happens, and that's when the breakout. And then
But even then, they start
this guy's
covering up.
mutant
They start.
animal comes
They
out.
watch their own ass, bro. That's
Yeah.
true too.
Yeah, then the apocalypse. It comes
Hell
full
nah,
circle.
bro. Wild ass monkey. Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty wild though. But I feel like with the mammoth, they're trying to just see because they have that full specimen there. So it's like, what's the best option you do have? Plus, it's like closest thing related to it. I think is like the African elephant or one of those elephants. So like all they got to do is switch
Yeah.
a couple genes and then the elephant's gonna give birth to a little mammoth apparently. So it's like,
Shit.
damn. If that's really all it takes, there's probably way more that they could actually
But
do.
the thing is with the mammoth, why they're trying to bring it back is global warming. Because so it can stomp down the ice, whatever. I don't know the exact reason why it was. I just knew it had something to do with that, and we're breaking down the ice in Antarctica because the way it is.
Can we just throw some elephants out there with like some fur coats or something? Like,
Fucking
I
stupid.
would-
I mean, hey, it's the
I feel
same
like they freeze
thing.
their ass off out there. Dog. Like, fuck.
I don't know. There's probably
Imagine
something
being
to
in
it.
Sub-Zero with a fucking jacket on. They ain't gonna really do much, dog. We're gonna be
You got scientists out
I
there with
think-
little
no,
bad
That's
they-
true. That's true too. Yeah.
That's true, but what are they gonna eat too?
Oh
There's
yeah,
no-
they ain't got no grass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all dead.
We could transport it. I don't know.
Transport it.
I guess. Fucking.
But I guess that would be a way harder way than just let's recreate a mammoth. I don't
Damn,
know
son.
though. It's pretty crazy
insane,
thinking
right?
about stuff like that. Because then that really gets you thinking about like if they were working on both of those things. It's kind of like that new Jurassic movie, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's what? Now
Jurassic
they got
World
Jurassic
Rebirth.
World
Yeah,
Rebirth, where they got the freaking deformed dinosaurs. Like, what if that happens with like some of the mammoths and they got like an extra claw or something?
Of
Who
course,
knows?
everyone's gonna get curious with what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Honestly, going on that topic though, what do y'all think would be some crazy ass hybrids?
Dude, I cannot even imagine that.
Of like any animal? I feel like the
I mean,
craziest
animal
thing.
or dino.
You know what?
we could do both topics, honestly.
I think
They're
any
two
type
guys
of
that
humanoid
subtopics.
hybrid is like gonna be the creepiest, craziest. Like
Nah, that'd be
a
fucking-
human mixed with almost anything.
Yeah, I don't
else
think I would want to see
animal-wise.
that at all.
Yeah,
I
that
would
just
not
sounds
want to see that.
terrifying.
It does.
Kind of like Mothman or something, you know? I don't know.
Oh, like the goat man?
Or the
That's
goat
fucking
man.
insane.
What is the goat man?
You haven't heard of the goat man?
Nah. What the fuck is that?
I feel like I've.
What is the goat
I
man?
feel like
Somebody
I've
tell me.
always
What the
heard of
fuck
it-
is this?
I've always heard of it as like the donkey lady, but that's just a joke you tell
Oh.
kids.
Yes.
Because
Is it like
there's-
from Apple White Road? Have you heard about the Donkey Lady Bridge?
Yeah, yes, the bridge. I've heard of that.
It's over there by the Toyota factory. We should
gotta-
go.
we gotta go.
We should take a live.
Make a
I'm
little-
down.
little-
We should take a
little
live.
stream.
Do a
field
pod
trip.
out
Y'all let us
there?
know. Let them know. Should we do
Y'all
it?
want us to
Create
go?
that
Y'all want us to go? Ask them, man.
1,000 likes this video will do it.
Hey,
Oh,
you want
yeah?
us to go? We'll go there to the Donkey Lady Bridge.
Shit.
I think I've been there before, but I chickened out.
I ain't scared.
Oh shit.
Motherfuckers
Yeah,
like
no,
I ain't scared of no
would,
ghosts.
I would totally be down. Yeah, I don't know. I always thought it was a myth because they would always tell us that whenever we would go outside at night, whenever I was at my ranch, and they were like, "Oh, don't go out there too far. The donkey lady's gonna get you."
I remember that.
But then when I got older, they told us the donkey lady meant a different thing over there in Mexico. So that's why I was like, "Oh shit, that's something else."
Well, what is the different thing that it means?
The different thing is that they have donkey lady shows, and that
The
means
fuck?
that it's a woman doing something with a donkey. Apparently, I don't know how true this is over there in Mexico. Maybe it's not.
Okay, I
Maybe
don't want to
it's
hear that.
some-
No, I don't
That's
want to
what
dive into
okay,
that.
see, that's why I always
All right,
thought
never
that.
mind. Never mind.
That's why I thought it was a fake one. But then there is actually the bridge. There is like some sightings and stuff.
Yeah.
So it could also be back to like whatever the goat
Honestly,
man is.
I always
So what is the
just-
goat man, bro?
Yeah,
What
come on.
the hell is the goat man?
It was people would say it was like a goat man, a humanoid goat.
Bro, I don't know what the
But
fuck that is.
It's okay, so it's a
Half goat,
demonic
half man.
Yeah.
Cyborg
Yeah,
shit.
so it's like a demonic bridge that's been cursed or something, but people would always say they would see a goat man on it, like a man that's a goat that's a man in a human body.
I
Basically.
believe it's like goat mid half, like legs, and then it's a human.
like
top
a
part.
centaur.
No,
Is that what they're
Kind of,
called?
but not.
Think about like a human
I'm
body.
getting like fucking Harry Potter vibes.
a human
like-
body with a goat head.
No,
and
think
goat
of
skin.
Percy Jackson. That kind of goat man.
Okay.
Kinda like that.
I haven't
That's
seen that
what-
movie in a while, so someone that's coming back to me.
But like the little hooves, he has 2 human feet, but it's not human feet; they're hooves. And then
that's
he
how,
has a
like, the
human
goat man
body.
is?
That's what I thought it
Yeah,
was.
that's what I'm thinking now.
I would imagine
based
it's just
off
half and half.
Like all my research I've done with it was it's basically just a human body, goat skin, goat head, goat legs, but think of a standing up goat in a more realistic version though.
Is there like a stand behind story on what he does or how he became that?
So
or
I know it's like a
does he-
form or it, but I forgot it went something way back into slavery.
They
It
like
went-
kill people.
I think a lot
Sacrifice
of
them to the
killings
Lord.
happened at that bridge where people would get hanged and stuff, but then it got demonic and people would say goat man did. Oh, people to this day still do what's that big thing on the floor they do light candles and shit?
Wait, by that you said it was a bridge or was it a?
Bridge, yeah.
Is that spot? Is it all tagged up?
I think it is.
I
yeah.
think I've seen clips of that shit. Now that I think about
Yeah,
it,
it's extremely popular.
I
Everyone
could have
knows
swore
about
I
it.
heard. Well, last time I seen somebody actually died out there, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
That's
people
here.
died,
Or
yeah.
some kids that went missing that went to like John Jay or Holmes maybe. I want to say, but this was back in like 2013, 2015 or some shit like that. I don't know if we're talking about the same similarities between the.
I know it's in Texas. I don't know exactly. Oh,
Not in
is
San
it
Antonio?
Texas?
I wanted
Oh,
to
then
say
I'm
it.
mistaken.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
I thought
there's
it
always
was.
bridges that people say are like gross or whatever.
Yeah, or like that railroad track. Where
Oh
like,
yeah, I was about to
that's
say
it,
that. I was about
yeah.
to say that, bro.
Dude, have y'all
bro,
been there?
I've been there.
Okay,
we went there
yeah.
on Halloween, bro.
Oh, my
and
God.
it
I
actually,
wanna
bro,
go to
we
that
put the
shit.
baby powder on the back, and it happened. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
What the
fucking
fuck?
crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, you still move, and I'm still skeptic about it. But the part I'm not is there was fingerprints on the back of the vehicle.
So you want to know what the
do you-
logic that they give?
you do the same thing?
Yes, I did that with my grandma Sally.
Did you
and
get
Christian.
fingerprints on your shit or not?
Yes.
Is
So
there
it's-
some type of?
I honestly do believe. I think it's from a scientific level of thing.
Oh, because of like when we constantly
So
touch
whenever
the back
you're
of our
touching it
things,
and you
that's
throw the
clever.
baby powder on,
Yeah.
it'll like stick to where you had
Your
the oil
oils.
from your
Yep,
hands.
yep.
So like
Them
I feel
residues
like
fuck you over.
because it is weird how some. But then I have seen like baby handprints and shit. And I'm just like, what baby was touching the
Yeah.
back window of this
So
car?
you're on the
So-
skeptical side, but kind of not.
Yeah, I could see the logic in it. I really can. But
Same
then it's
here with like, because obviously when you put it in neutral, because you're supposed to put it in neutral, right? I can see the logic in that part too, because you're on like a
little
little
bit of
slant of a
incline.
yeah. So,
So that part, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I doubt they're
exactly. Me
pushing
too,
us, but
me
then you
too.
get out and you see
Yeah.
the fucking fingerprints. You're like, oh shit.
but I started thinking the same thing too about the oils from the prints and stuff. But like you said too, I've seen smaller hands.
Which is weird.
It is weird.
Because like
how do you
many kids
explain
are touching
that?
Your car? But
Yeah,
then again, I
exactly.
don't know. You go to the grocery store, maybe random ass kids are just
I would hope not.
slapping your car. You don't know though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But that's just me trying to make some logic. so I
Yeah,
don't
to
scare
make some
myself.
sense out of it. Yeah.
Because that is
Damn.
scary.
Or you know what we also tried to do when we did all that after? Because the railroad track, the haunted asylum, that's not too far from there. But they got security guard up the ass now on there, so nobody's ever to go there anymore. Like, have you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I never
asylum?
got to go to that one. We were way too young still, but the train track one was already scary enough after we did that. So we were like,
I heard about that asylum.
Yeah?
Yeah, that mental facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
dang. So people would like sneak in there.
Yeah, there was like a
yeah,
fence,
it
like
was
on
like
some old school
abandoned.
type movie style, where like there's a random ass clipping or thing where you can, what is it, like measle your way in under, and kids used to do that, but apparently some kids went missing.
Okay, so one thing based off of asylums, do y'all think the shit they see are actually real, but we can't see? Think about it as the Smile movie.
Which
Have y'all
one or
seen
two,
it?
or both?
Well, I guess both
I
the
only
same
seen one.
concept.
I didn't really
right?
fuck with the second one. The first one went hard.
Yeah.
First one was
That's
great.
the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was. All
Do
right.
y'all think it's like people get like these spiritual demonic things attached to them that make them trip out and see shit that other people can't see, but it's actually a thing?
Oh, kind of like The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do
yeah.
It.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe for me personally. I don't know.
I feel like our brains are
Cut.
so like just wired for like looking out for danger that we just kind of put
Yeah.
things out there. But then there's also like you could have like schizophrenia and you don't know it.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. People with
So-
schizophrenia, when they go around doing shit and something moves next to them and they say that was their buddy, because I see these videos, dog, and like they say, nah, that shit was my buddy.
I've worked with some people that were schizophrenic.
Yeah, and that shit
and
actually
they are
moved, and that
having
make you
voices
trip
like
out.
talking in their head. and
Yeah.
they'll think you're the one saying it, which is
Yeah.
the weird thing. Because like they will. I had this one girl that I was working with one time. I went into work and she was just like, "Oh," I said, "Oh, hello, welcome in." Yeah, she was gonna cover the shift after me. Totally fine. She had a headphone in her ear, right? So, and she's talking. So I'm like, "Oh, she's on the phone. Sorry, I didn't mean it." And then I realized
She wasn't.
she's not on the fucking phone because she's playing music on the speaker. So how
So
the
she
fuck
just singing along to the song.
No, she's not. She's
the
talking like a conversation almost, and then randomly I'll walk past her or I'll like breathe and she'll be like, "Oh, what'd you say to me? Oh, what'd you call?" Like sometimes it's angry, sometimes it's like, "Huh?" Or "How'd you know my birthday?"
I don't think
And I'm
that's
like, "What
fucking.
the fuck?"
I don't think that's
I don't know. Schizophrenia?
Yeah, I don't think that's schizophrenia. I think that's just fucking narcissism.
I don't
Like,
know.
people
That
being
shit-
straight up
I think-
assholes.
I think she was actually just crazy. Because the reason why they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
fire her was I think they knew that she had some kind of medical condition.
Yeah.
But she would do that a lot, like to the customers too. Like, be like,
Oh,
"Oh,
they
how
do
do you
that.
know me? Where do I know you from?"
The
Like
fuck?
in front of people and like dudes and their wife and like, "Oh, I thought you called me this. I'm sorry." And like sometimes she would get mad. I'm just like, "What the fuck are they saying in your ear
So
right
you
now?"
see,
Like,
too, that's why I also believe what he's saying now is that it's hard to put a make on if that's true on if they're because he made a valid fucking point. There are people out there like that, and it's just too hard to tell in this world. You have your people that are skeptic about it. You have your believers that know well, like all too well about it. So me personally, I'm probably in the same boat as John is.
But honestly, these people wake up with scratches on their bodies and shit.
It's hard to tell if you're not in the room seeing it happen.
And like, what if they're doing it to themselves?
Exactly.
They don't even know
Yeah,
it
that's
themselves.
true.
Like,
Yeah,
I didn't think
see,
about
he's
that.
making
I
logical
don't know.
explanations.
But then I'm also just one of those people that's always playing devil's advocate, trying to look at the other side. Because once I find something that's
But you
like,
gotta look at both sides
Yeah,
of it.
you have to,
Because if you're
'cause-
not, then it's like anything else in life. You can't be one-sided. You know, you have to have that creative mindset.
I would hope, but then again, there's people out here that don't have that inner voice in their head.
That's true. But we all have an inner voice, but not like that. Not like that.
We would think. Some
Well, I mean, we
people-
all have a conscience.
I've
You have a
heard people
conscience, don't
say-
you? Please tell me you have a conscience.
Yes, of course. But I've heard people say that like they don't have an inner thought. They're just their inner thought is like music.
Okay,
like
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
just hear like ding 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 like.
Well, I'll
fucking
hear music
songs
too,
or
but songs that are cool and shit. But,
yeah,
you
no,
know, I'll go about my day and
But
have a
like
normal
no, like
conscience.
that's just they're like, oh, I'm not thinking right now. This is what that's going through my head, just like it's noise or
I mean,
sound
like
or.
insomnia, kind of.
I feel like I have insomnia. Sometimes I can't sleep.
Well,
for shit.
insomnia,
Yeah,
I have
same.
it terrible, but
Oh shit, we
you're-
can get into that too. I had some crazy
Yeah.
dreams earlier.
oh yeah. What's it called? Insomnia is basically like your brain can't shut off. You're trying to sleep. You're tossing and turning. I had a point where I was tossing and turning 6 hours a night
Same.
daily.
So what do you say is like sleep apnea?
No, sleep apnea is like you can't breathe and shit.
That's,
Insomnia is
yeah.
mental. It's like you're constantly thinking. Your inner voice is thinking, talking. You're seeing like
It's like your
just
brain
planning-
doesn't shut off.
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
part
shut
of
off.
your
So what is that one
creative
thing
side or
where
something.
people are like that, but they start seeing like demonic shit?
I mean,
what is that
insomnia
called?
does link into
What is-
that.
what is that
after a
one
while.
Not
Uh,
narcolepsy, but
There's something,
there's
you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about,
I
though,
know
right?
what you mean, yeah.
Because I know my wife knows this woman that's like that, and dude, those stories are
Where you start
creepy as
looking
hell.
Is it not sleep apnea? No, sleep apnea is where you can't breathe.
Paralysis.
Like your uvula.
Paralysis.
Is it
Paralysis, yes,
Yeah,
paralysis,
sleep
yes.
paralysis.
Yes.
Have
Yeah.
y'all had
Thank
that?
you.
I
Have y'all ever
had
had
one
sleep
Nah,
experience.
I would
with
I
that
would
shit.
pray to God
Oh
that I
my
don't.
god, that's so scary.
Well, actually,
You have?
Yes.
I had 2 experiences with that
Dude.
shit.
I want to hear both y'all's experiences. Somebody go first.
bro.
All right, so with mine, it's pretty simple. It's really just, I didn't have anything scary where like, oh, people were like, oh, you start seeing stuff. Mine is like, I know I'm awake, my eyes are closed, but I know I'm awake right now and I can't open my eyes, I can't move, and I can't talk, but I want to. And like you try to, and then sometimes you can open your eyes and it's just like, you can't, like you're literally paralyzed. It's fucking weird. And like, it's like your brain just isn't on yet, and then randomly it'll just like click and you're awake and you're just, for some reason, you're sweaty, you're out of breath, like because you've been trying to scream the whole time. I think I only had that happen twice, but I've never had it happen crazy where like people start seeing stuff in the night.
I have.
I think the only thing I had, yeah, all right, let's hear yours because
Yours, what the
I think
fuck?
the craziest thing I had was like it felt like somebody was like sitting on my chest or something.
All right, so my
But
first
I think
one,
it was, yeah, tell me.
Go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
that's
My
all
first
mine.
one is not as crazy as my second one. I'm gonna save the best for last.
Yes, please.
But my first one would be, I went out to a hotel. Matter of fact, it was in Corpus. I had a bad vibe about this hotel, bro. Like it had like a certain smell in the lobby. It's like,
Bro, that you mentioning that, sorry, it makes me want to talk about haunted hotels. We're gonna talk about that after this.
We'll
I'm
get
sorry.
right into
Yeah,
that,
after
yeah.
this.
Sorry to interrupt.
but
Continue.
y'all know y'all got bad vibes before like.
Oh,
something
yeah,
that-
who
something
hasn't?
don't feel right in this
Like, I
place.
melted
You're not
with the
human if you
carpet,
haven't.
Something
Yeah.
don't feel right. The
Yeah.
air quality isn't
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
Something's off. Yeah.
I don't like sleeping with the lights all the way off. I gotta keep something on now to this
I always
day.
leave the TV on.
Me too. TV on
And,
has to be. It's a must.
Yes.
But that's also linked back to childhood trauma or some shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a reason for that. I can vouch for that. I deep dived into that before. Trust me.
Yeah.
Even with the fan on,
Oh, gotta leave the fan
you
on.
got to.
or
You
something.
have
definitely.
to.
Oh,
All right. I'm
you start
sorry.
hearing
Go
white
ahead.
noise and
I'm
shit.
sorry.
And so I was paranoid for no reason. Like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't sleep. I was tossing, turning. I had to wake up early as fuck the next day. So it's like, now it's 3 o'clock. You know, them old ass alarms they got next to on the shelf next to the bed.
Yeah.
And I finally went to sleep, whatever. Then I woke up, like, I felt like, because the conditioner was all fucked up in the hotel room. Like, it was hot. It was only blowing hot air. So we had to take showers in the middle of the night to fucking stay awake, get cold again. And I woke up sweating, but I was stuck. I couldn't move. Like, my eyes could only move. I'm stuck like this.
And your eyes were open too. You're just looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Or like the side.
No,
of
I
it?
was looking around and shit.
Oh, shit.
And,
But how do you know if you're actually really awake or not?
Because
You
here's
just
the thing.
know it's
Here's the
weird.
thing.
I don't know.
I was facing the
That's
alarm
so
clock.
fucking sketch.
I was facing the clock. That clock I was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
This time it was blinking.
What
'Cause
time?
it's red.
Can you remember what the time was?
3:33.
Oh,
That's
hell
a
no.
that's a devil. That's
hell
the
no.
witching
Yeah,
hour,
that's
bro.
what
That's the
fucked me
witching
up.
hour.
I was so paranoid. I did not go to sleep the rest of that night, even though I had like 1 hour of sleep. So, well, honestly, you go back to sleep, then you wake up. Like, you can't just physically break out of it, even if someone shakes you or something.
Yeah.
You're fucking stuck. I mean, I hate that feeling. Is like, it's insane, bro. That feeling. It's
I couldn't imagine that.
That feeling kind of just reminded me of like, because I don't like tight spaces, like
like
claustrophobic, I
claustrophobia.
guess.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like, you know, those cave divers or something, and you get like kind of stuck, or like you're like this kind of in that position, you can't move. That's what it felt like for
One
me.
thing-
'Cause you're just fucking.
What's claustrophobic? Missy's afraid of Santa Claus. Ho ho ho.
Nah,
Sorry.
But, I was
Remind me of that
hearing,
SpongeBob episode.
I was hearing a lot of white noise too. That was tripping me out. I didn't see anything in my
But
first
white noise is supposed to be
experience.
soothing.
Nah,
Not for you?
You know white noise.
For me, it is because you know that the fan being on is kind of white noise, right?
No, I'm talking about like, you know when the TV's like black,
static?
white,
Staticky
gray,
shit,
static?
yeah, he
That's
knows.
what I was
Some motherfucker
hearing. My
knows.
bad.
I know exactly.
And,
Fucking Christians listen to that white noise all the time.
Yeah.
Hell nah.
Oh my God, I
He
can't
has
do
it
that.
loud.
I prefer a different white noise. Like from the fan, that's my white noise.
Yeah. But I was just hearing static. And if y'all think about it, a lot of paranormal activity is static.
Oh, I love those movies.
Yeah, and also the clock wasn't blinking when I went to sleep. So why was it blinking when I got stuck, woken up?
And why was it?
But you
stuck on
not, how do you not know that
333?
that was just your not your imagination? That's
I
fucked
don't
up.
dream that-
Like your mind
yeah.
playing the tricks on you. Because don't they say they tell you that your mind only makes you scared of what you believe in. They say your mind's like the scariest thing of your body.
Oh yeah,
Because you know playing the tricks and that whatnot.
And it knows all your fears.
Yeah.
But I feel like that
It
would
was
be
also-
different though, because like the clock blinking a certain time, all these specific things. I feel like it's different from like,
'Cause I
oh, in the dark you see the coat
But-
rack looks like a person.
But to bring that to you, there's a thing about it I read up on. You need to read it too. Like you should. There's a theory that some man or some guy way back then he wrote down and created. They said that the theory of that is played into the tricks of the mind of that's the scariest thing that a human being can obviously have is that it's another like a body man figure of not knowing what it is. And it's your mind playing that on
That's
you.
what I get into my next story.
That's a deep
Oh,
dive
shit.
right there. I'm telling you.
That's what I get into
I
my
don't know
next
the, like
story.
the specifics on that, but I remember seeing that, and there's some guy that created like an analogy on that, whatever it is.
It's Hatman, not Hatman.
No. Like there's a whole thing about just shadow people.
Shadow
because that's
people,
like the scariest thing your mind creates because a person, like a man or anybody, any living human being cannot stand seeing another human figure
Yeah, that
shadow.
you can't see the face of.
Yeah.
What is the name of it?
I'm not too positive on
I
that.
don't
So
even
that's
wanna say
actually
the
called
name, yeah.
the pareidolia.
Man, thank you.
So pareidolia is where you see like human or like faces or just common things that you're thinking whenever you can't put a face on what it is you're looking at, and it makes you think of stuff like that. It's crazy. It's like kind of like that face that's on Mars, why it looks like a face, but it could just be like a mountain and stuff. I feel like that's definitely probably what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, please go into that second story because that sounds.
Yeah, so that second story, it's pretty, I mean, it gets deep because it scared the fuck out of me. Like, till this day, I gotta sleep with my room door closed, and also I gotta have something playing in the background, or I'm facing the wall because, so I was home alone for a solid week. Right?
Wait, so like your back is open towards the door?
Yeah, I can't face it.
How's that not scary? I don't ever sleep with my back face towards the door,
I'll tell
bro.
you why after
That's
this.
scary. Hell no.
I'll
That
tell
makes
you
it more
why.
scary,
No, I'll
right?
tell you why.
Wait, do you sleep with the door open? Both of y'all. This applies to both of y'all. Do you sleep with the door open or closed?
I definitely close it.
I
I'd
keep
say.
my shit
Close it,
closed.
close it.
Yeah.
All right,
Makes
I guess we can all
Paranoid,
agree on
leave my
that.
shit open.
We can agree. Okay, continue.
yeah.
My bad.
All right. So I was home alone for a solid week, and you know, you fucking be watching scary ass movies, whatever you do, whatever you want. I was watching like paranormal shit because that's what I was deep into at the time, and stayed up late as fuck to like 3, 4, and I went to. I forgot what I did right before. It's some shit. I was seeing some shit in the kitchen because I was up late as fuck cooking, you know, munchies, whatever, and I saw some shit at the corner of my eye next to the pantry and shit. I started tripping out. I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Fuck this food. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge or whatever. So I went to bed, right? And probably like, I can't say time with my sleep, but like a couple minutes later, I had woke up. It was hot as fuck. I like leaving the house fucking cold. Like
Oh yeah, who
Yeah.
doesn't?
I
Even
got-
when it's cold
I
outside, I have
keep-
to have
I
it
keep
cold
two-
in with the fan.
2 fans on. The house is at like 69, 68. You know, I fucking love
69.
it cold. Yeah,
Yeah.
69.
Yeah.
And I woke up fucking sweating, like back wet and everything. But I realized I tried getting up. I couldn't get up. Right?
Because your sleep paralysis.
Yeah. And I'll be like, fuck. My past experience, I'm like, bro, I better not have this shit again. And then I had that same gut wrenching feeling like, why the fuck am I feeling like this? I also had my room door open just because my dog's in my house. They like come in my room, leaving. So I started tripping out. Like, it's hot as fuck. I started looking around, and then my mind just started fucking with me because I was watching these scary videos and shit. Before,
That's what leads into fear in the mind.
Yep.
Pareidolia.
Yep, exactly.
And, so I started tripping. I started seeing shit because my room was dark as fuck. I didn't have lights on in my room at that point, you know. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw a head. Because the way my room is, it's like there's like a wall like this, and then it cuts off and opens up to my whole room. And I saw a head peeking out the fucking corner, bro. I shit you not. And like I was tripping out. I couldn't move. Like all I could do was look the other way, but I still saw it out the corner of my fucking eye. And
Like some shadow people.
yeah, like a shadow man, slowly getting closer to me, bro. Like creeping out, and all I wanted to do was just keep my eyes fucking shut, bro. I'm like, fuck, what's about to happen? My brain started racing, my heart racing. Like, yo, like, what? Did someone break in my fucking house or something? Like, I'm fucking dead,
Yeah.
stuck in paralysis, and like, I see this shit. I'm tweaking out. I can't even see the face. I'm like, bro, I gotta see a face or something, like, just in case some serious shit happens, you know? Because you know how they say, like,
Kind of like the
please-
theory of fucking blank face. I don't know if you heard
Yeah.
that shit.
No, I don't know what that one is actually.
Gotta dive into that. We'll do that afterwards.
That scared the fuck out of me. So I went back, like, I closed my eyes. I'm like, fuck, bro, what the, like, I'm all thinking, what could I do? What could I do to wake me up? why is it so fucking hot in my room if I have 2 fans going on blasting at my face? And I shut my eyes slowly, and then all of a sudden, I didn't even realize I went to sleep till I woke up the next day in the morning. But when I woke up though, because I had my door like open but cracked, but when I woke up, that shit was all the way open, touching the wall.
Yeah.
So like
Crazy,
something
like,
did
shadow
move it.
person was there with you. Kinda
Something
like
did fucking move my
It's like
door.
the fucking Babadook. You ever seen that one? I
Yeah,
don't know.
fucking.
I haven't seen Babadook, bro.
No? Have y'all seen that one?
I haven't seen that shit.
Oh, it's like a fucking classic. Come on.
Bro, the sad thing is, I only remember hearing about that in what is it, Scream 5, when Jenna Ortega mentions it when she's on the phone with the Ghostface killer.
Oh yeah.
That's the only time like I've never
It
seen
might not
the
be the
Babadook.
greatest scary movie, but it's definitely.
She would say
iconic.
otherwise.
It was
A
really
lot of people
good.
would say
It's-
otherwise.
A lot of people would.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty creepy one. If y'all haven't I don't know, it's fucking wild. Y'all haven't seen it, but
What the fuck is that about?
it's literally about this little kid and his mom, basically. And I want to say she either gets this book or he finds this book in this house they are in. And it's basically a children's story, but it's about the Babadook. And it's literally going to be like this little like shadow monster that like appears throughout like parts of his house, throughout like things in his life. And it basically like follows him. Kind of like that movie It Follows, but this monster's more
that shit's
just a
dope.
shadow. Yeah, but it's like tormenting this little kid. The only issue I do have with that movie, kid screams a lot. Most of his lines is him screaming. I'll tell you right now.
So
But
then, what would you say is your favorite horror movie? Or I mean, if you don't want to, because that's a hard topic, hard choice. What would you say? Favorite go-to Halloween movie?
I could say the scariest one I ever saw when I was younger for sure would definitely have been probably probably Insidious. It's got to be. I
Insidious?
think
That's a
because
good-ass
I did
movie.
see it when I was a lot younger. The very first one, I don't know what that monster is with the red face, but that one always scared me when I was little. For some reason, that.
I think that is Insidious. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I think it's
It
the
is.
very first one. That one was terrifying.
I
for
seen
some
the
reason.
newest one. That one tripped me out, especially with the cat scene.
Oh, the
That-
Red Door.
The Red Door
Oh,
one
no,
was
that
not
one
that scary.
sucked.
No. hold
That was the
on.
worst one out of all of them.
I got that one confused.
I mean,
It
what is
wasn't
that?
the
Unbiased
best.
opinion. Unbiased opinion.
Yeah,
that was the
no.
worst one in my opinion.
I haven't seen the other ones though.
No,
So I
the
don't
first
know.
and
How you gonna
second-
jump?
The first and second.
The
are
first
where
and
it's
second
at.
are the best because it's written and directed both by James Wan. And James Wan's a fucking legend, bro.
I got
Shouts out to
confused with
James
Smile.
Wan.
I got that confused with Smile with the cat scene.
Ah, okay.
That cat scene. Cause they were on the same note, kind of.
Yeah, no, I'd have to definitely say the Insidious one.
know his movies.
That one definitely scared me when I was younger. But now I guess if I want to think of like, oh, what's a really good.
Or like, it doesn't have to be top 5 or top 10 or anything, but like Halloween time. Are you a big person with Halloween?
I like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, even though
Okay.
they got those, weird undertones, I will say, on some of them.
The classics or that new one?
Definitely more of the
that new one
classic ones,
sucked?
but they do have maybe like the 2014, 2015 one that had
Oh, that was 2009.
was it?
Yeah, the remake is trash.
Not that one.
Yeah, that one was trash.
Not the
Dog
one where he
shit.
looks weird as shit. Not
Yeah, that was
one.
2009. That was dog
Okay,
shit.
Not that one.
Or
but-
2010, actually. It was 2010. My bad. My mistake.
Okay.
My mistake.
Yeah, no, one of those ones. I'll definitely watch a couple of those. And like
The
even
original with
Friday the
Robert
13th.
Englund.
Yes, Robert Englund's the best.
He's a beast, bro. Nobody can replace his
He's
Freddy.
He's got the Freddy
He
that has the
does.
fear, but also comedic timing, and it's like it meshes with him.
So
I
then,
don't
would you
know.
watch like that whole series, kind of like, or the franchise movies of them for
Yeah, I'll
Halloween?
definitely watch that. Some of the Friday the 13th are good. Then you get to the point
You
where
getting
it's-
further down and just
Yeah, it's
like,
start-
what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's pretty much just
Yeah.
seeing teens at a lake having sex. Pretty much is what it gets it down to.
What about Freddy vs. Jason?
Freddy vs. Jason was a good
Cult
classic.
classic?
One. Yes, because oh man.
Freddy vs. Jason is a cult classic. Okay, have you seen Freddy vs. Jason? What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Oh god, bro!
I'll be-
How have you not seen Freddy vs.
The
Jason?
Babadook, no Insidious.
All right,
one
you
and
can't
two.
hit me with that one, bro. Okay, you
you're
can't hit me with that one.
Man,
I think the reason why I skipped over the Babadook is because I think I saw like it's a horror / drama.
a little bit. Yeah, it's a little slow burner.
Fuck. I don't like slow burners. I mean, I don't got a like a short attention span, but yeah, I still watch them.
One good movie. It kind of matches with the
Hold on,
humanoid
let's see what he's
animal
saying on
mix
this
you were
one.
talking about earlier.
Let's hear it. I don't
It's
know.
I don't know if y'all seen Tusk. I mean, it's biased.
That
People
sucked.
fucking hate it.
Tusk sucked.
Nah, that shit fucked me up. But
fucking
also,
Jake
honestly,
Tusk was terrible, bro. Tusk was terrible. That was written and directed by what the fuck is that guy's name from Jay and Silent Bob? Silent Bob.
Oh,
Do you remember his name? What the fuck is
Damn.
that guy's name, bro?
I feel like I know. his
Although
name,
I'll
too.
give him more credit due because Jay and Silent Bob, those movies are fucking
Those
hilarious.
ones are good. Yeah, it's fucking
He hasn't
weird.
seen them. I see it on his face. It's not.
It's fucking crazy if that is actually the one who wrote Tusk.
He
though.
did, and he knows it was a flop. He
so
makes fun
fucking
of his own
different.
movie in the reboot, Jay and Silent Bob, that came out in 2019.
Okay.
He
I
made
haven't
fun
seen
of
that
it.
one though. I haven't seen
Oh,
that one.
I recommend Blood, bro. That's
Really?
just fucking
Okay.
hilarious. You'll laugh your ass off. Just smoke to that, bro. You'll be fucking laughing nonstop. Or have a
Simon's
drink.
Pop.
It's your time. It's your vibe, bro. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
no, Tusk was not.
It was not it for me, I'm
not
sorry.
What I thought it was.
Okay.
He was
Hear
like,
me
that
out.
was a great movie,
Hear me-
man.
No, I didn't say
Y'all
it's a
kill
great
my.
movie.
You
It
know
just
what I'm
matched with the
saying,
vibe
bro?
earlier. But do y'all think shit like that could happen now? Like
For
when
what?
someone becomes obsessed with animals and they want to turn a human into an animal.
I feel like I would think more like Human Centipede would be more of a scary one, but then that's
Yeah,
just
that's
more
true.
getting creepier horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
Didn't one of those get banned? No, I think a couple of them. No, not a couple, like two of them.
I know there's like Cannibal Holocaust, but I'm trying to think of like.
One of the centipedes got banned.
There is like 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
It's not
about that.
realistic,
There's
right?
3.
Yeah, there
The
are
first one was the
3.
best in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
they
I saw
kept
2 or
bringing back
3.
the people that died off, that got killed off inside the second and third one. They were just different characters in those ones. The first one kind of fucked up my shit in like the beginning as a kid, growing up, seeing that, watching it with my older brothers. That first one was
Especially being young watching that too.
That's a
just
classic.
Like, oh man.
to this day though. I still watch it frequently. It's a good one. I'll watch all 3. Don't get me wrong, but even though I know the first one's the best in my opinion, unbiased opinion.
I even like the jokey like Child's Play movies from the past too.
Like which ones?
The first 1 and 2 ones are pretty good, and then if I'm going like the Chucky series, I definitely get into like the ones that are a little bit more not necessarily as scary. It's more just you see a kill and then he's got his like funny lines he does.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember Bride of Chucky was always creepy because I didn't like the son daughter.
Oh yeah, it's so freaky,
That
bro.
one was-
What's his name? Wasn't his name Glenn?
Glenn.
Glenn.
And then he went to Glinda.
Yeah, because like he had no penis or some shit, bro.
For some reason, I don't know why that dog creeped me out the most because it was just like
I don't think
so
it freaked.
weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, it was.
It
I
is
don't know,
weird.
maybe it was just an odd.
They hit us
concept.
different at that time. You know,
Yeah.
like they went full out and be like, this doll has no penis,
Yeah, like
as
those,
if the girl version dolls had vaginas. They didn't. And I'm
like, no,
pretty sure
we're-
they didn't.
they're all the same pretty
Yeah,
much.
because just like the Barbie and Ken dolls, you know, it's just like.
Yeah, no, but I'll go back and watch those from time to time for sure too. I'm trying to think of another good.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Well, I'll actually lean towards both of y'all.
Sure.
Is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, y'all put that in the comments. Is it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? I'm curious to know. I want to hear your input and your intake on both of it.
I would think of it more as a Halloween movie because it leads into Christmas, technically, if we're going by holidays here.
Okay.
And the majority of the movie is on the, not necessarily scary, but it's all Halloween themed for the most part. Mostly.
I'm going to give you an answer back to that in a minute after you're done.
But yeah, no, I would say it's more on the Halloween side just because, like, even when they're packing the gifts and all that, it's still scary gifts. They got, like, goblin heads that they're putting in there. Like, they got snake monsters that go and attack the kids. So
Yeah.
it's more like a Krampus-style Christmas movie. even if
Krampus
you-
movie, that
Right?
shit's funny as fuck and awesome.
Mhm. So, like, that's what I would
Wasn't a
think.
great movie,
It
but
could
awesome.
be both,
It could
but
be.
I would say more Halloween.
Okay.
If that makes sense, just because
It does. It does.
gives off that vibe. But I don't know what
Just
y'all would
judgment here. The first initial thoughts. What about you, Big Jew?
You're gonna fucking kill me.
All right, Big Jew. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I
bet you hear it.
don't
Let me
got
hear
an attention span like that, so I'll be watching scary movies like that.
Oh
That's the
my
thing.
God, bro.
Not even a scary movie.
Oh my God. Ladies and
watching
gentlemen,
movies. No.
this man
Fuck.
has not seen
I
The
don't be
Nightmare
watching
Before
movies
Christmas.
like that, bro. I don't be
Oh
watching
my
movies like that.
God.
I don't got attention span for that.
What's next? You're going to tell me you haven't seen Tim Burton's fucking Beetlejuice?
Which one's that one? No, I'm fucking.
I swear to
Are you
God.
fucking around? Are you fucking with me right now?
You've seen Beetlejuice,
I
right?
forgot that shit by now because the last time I saw it, I was like fucking 10, dog.
God.
Okay, what scary movie have you seen that actually?
Hold
gives
on,
you
hold on.
scared?
I'm going to answer your question real quick.
Please answer that.
The Nightmare Before Christmas has been stated by Tim Burton himself. It is a Christmas movie.
Really?
For reasons that I cannot remember right now, but we'll go back, or you can go back and look at that later on, and you'll see the full description and detail why he said it was a Christmas movie.
It could be.
We'll lean back towards
yeah,
that,
we'll see.
but I want you to see the post of he wrote down himself.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know
I'd
the
love
specifics, so
seeing
I don't
that
want to quote
stuff,
him on it
yeah.
if I don't know it. But we'll get back to that later
But he
on.
does say
I
it
want
is
you
a
to see
Christmas
it,
movie. That's what he.
and then we'll answer your questions on what you said. All right, so then. What the hell you just
So
say?
what-
You has not seen Beetlejuice? 1 or 2, like Beetlejuice?
Bro, I don't be watching movies.
I'm sorry, I got
don't
sidetracked,
got
and then I'm like,
attention
bro,
span,
what the
bro.
fuck?
I don't got the attention span for movies. I'm not gonna lie.
This generation of
watch
kids
TV
nowadays,
shows, or-
ladies and gentlemen,
Shit.
please
I don't
get the
even watch
attention span
TV,
to
dog.
enjoy
Like,
stuff that you like to watch.
You don't
But
watch TV either?
No.
You don't watch no Squid Games or nothing? You're
Fuck.
not ready for that to come
Oh
out?
my God.
hey,
We got
matter of
3
fact,
days.
The only shit I be
God.
watching like Better Call Saul. That's the only one I really got.
Hey, that
into.
show goes hard.
that and
That show
Breaking
go
Bad.
hard. Breaking Bad, Better
too,
Call
yeah.
Saul goes hard.
Snowfall,
Okay, I'll give him credit where it's due.
Snowfall is fucking gas. I
don't
feel
know what
like
the
it's
fuck
better
that
than
is.
Breaking Bad.
I heard of it, but I
I've
It's
never heard
kind
of
of
that.
like the same vibe as Breaking Bad, but don't quote me on this. I think it's
like El
based off
Camino?
a true. It's based off a true story.
I like that.
All right,
It's
but
like a
hold on. Besides the fact of that, don't want to get too far outside of that. What is your favorite go-to Halloween movie, or what you would watch during the Halloween series?
What you would classify as
Yeah,
scary.
what-
that
oh
you
yeah, I
have
need to hear
seen.
this.
Nah,
I need to hear
nah,
this.
I won't be watching scary movies like that.
Oh
I don't
my
fuck with
God.
that
But you
crap.
watch
But
Tusk?
during Halloween, I know
I was
Tusk.
watching
Well, it's not even
Tusk,
scary, bro. It's
fucking-
trash.
Yeah.
That shit trash can.
That first smile was a solid one. Barbarian
Okay.
was a good one. Fuck. All the other ones I probably
There's
forgot
some
about
other
that
ones
record.
like during Halloween time. You
Halloween.
telling me you never went trick or treating as a kid? You never spend time,
so-
even that you're homeschooled, bro. Like you don't spend time like decorating the house, Halloween style type
Yeah,
stuff.
I
You
don't
don't.
be fucking watching movies. I want to get my fucking candy and just go home. Dog.
What the fuck, bro? It's part of the experience growing up watching scary movies.
You gotta get
John,
scared.
did you at least watch movies growing up around his age that he is now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did you at least watch scary movies
Yeah.
while still trick or treating?
I had a shit ton of one. I honestly stopped trick or treating pretty early.
Yeah, same here. But I'm saying you
oh,
still
yeah,
did.
no.
You
My
still
thing
watch
was
movies.
watching the movies while eating just candy. that I had.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was my
Thank
thing.
you.
Yeah.
I got the
Thank
no,
you.
that was
Exactly
exactly
what
what
So
I
you telling me you don't watch scary movies during like Halloween night or like what is it? All Hallows Eve.
I mean, someone's gonna have it playing in the background. I'm just not
But
gonna get
your
attention.
attention span's that bad, bro. What?
Not for
What have we
movies.
done with
I'm
this
not gonna
generation,
fucking sit
John?
for
They got like
2
the
hours,
whole
dog.
23 days till like Christmas till Halloween. They always
Shit,
do
he
that.
said 23 days. Have you seen 28? Have you seen
28
28
days?
years?
Don't quote me
Have
on
you seen
this
28?
shit,
Have
bro.
you seen
Don't-
28? Hold on. Have you seen
No.
28 days later? 28 weeks later?
I haven't
I
seen the
seen
new
on
one.
The new one
TikTok.
goes.
Yeah. Okay. The first one.
But you seen have you seen the first
yeah,
two?
Yeah. Oh my god.
You haven't seen any of them?
I only seen
Zombie
clips on
movies.
TikTok,
Zombie
bro.
movies.
Zombie
No,
movies.
bro,
We just
no.
talked about zombie
Oh, fuck.
apocalypse. We just talked about zombie
I only
apocalypse,
watched a
ladies and
little bit
gentlemen.
of the fucking Walking Dead, then I got bored. I'm not gonna lie.
That one's more of a drama.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
drama. So I
yeah.
can agree
That's
with you
why-
on that. I
that's
can
why-
agree with them on
Yeah.
that. But bro, you can't let that's like you saying fucking what is it? Dawn of the Dead is trash.
Dawn of the Dead's great.
Have you not,
Oh.
he has not seen
Yo,
Dawn of the
fuck
Dead?
you! I fucking watch movies like that.
We're ending the pod. That one's such a fucking good
That's a
one.
classic,
That was
bro.
honestly one of the
That's
first
like one of the
scary-
top tier
Well,
scary
yeah.
zombie
Watch that
movies.
shit right after this.
Thank
Okay.
you. I'm dapping this man up so much, bro.
Please watch that movie.
Come on.
Make me a list and send it
Hold
to
on,
me.
hold
dog.
on, hold on. Shaun of the Dead.
I'm telling you right now.
It's a class.
I don't fucking watch movies,
Oh
bro.
my
Shaun of
god,
the
it's
Dead.
like
It's
Scary Movie. You seen Scary Movie?
More of a spoof movie. Yeah. You've seen Scary Movie, right?
have.
I
You might have. Oh
You got
my.
to bring up the trailer so I can remember it.
Oh
dog.
no,
I-
I can't
I
get copyrighted
forget
suit.
that
I
shit.
cannot show the trailer. All right.
Okay, no, okay.
Shorty, you don't remember Scary Movie?
Oh my god.
No, I don't be remembering like
Basically, where they're like,
I got
spoofing-
bombs, I got
watched
pipes, I got
some of the
papers, I got
nuts,
all the ingredients to make a hot pie. Said I got
Such a
all the
great
ingredients to
one.
make a hot pie. Shit, bro.
Those are classic. I fucking love like the first. I want to say the first 3 scary movies. Definitely.
All right, hold on. I forget side topic. All right, then you said yours. Y'all go ahead and ask me.
How about you? What scary movie would you say, other than the 28 weeks, 28 years later?
Ooh, those are good. The
Those
first
are
two, the
good?
second one's my favorite.
Okay.
I like to leave the best for last.
Sure.
And same thing for my Christmas movies. I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
For my Halloween movies, I like to save the Halloween movies,
Obviously.
ironically, for themselves at the end, towards the end, because they always be playing them nonstop right away off the bat. I'll start off with like the mediocre, leading up to like subpar type of like to the best. So I'll start off with like shitty Halloween movies that I still fuck with, like either found footage films, like
Yeah.
Paranormal
Blair
Activity,
Witch.
Blair Witch, yes, and the remake or reboot of the Blair Witch that was in 2016, I believe.
Okay.
Um,
I don't remember that much.
Hell House LLC
Hell
1, 2,
House.
and 3, and I think the fourth one, which is the Abaddon Hotel, which I still want to talk about Haunted Hotels probably in the next episode. That shit got
yeah.
me.
that one I know about.
The Scream movies go hard, bro. I'll work my way up to there. My favorite is the third one in the franchise.
Okay.
The first one's still right there. It's a par to it. And people might hate me and quote me on that, but the third one's my best. The Saw series.
The Saw series is
The Saw
great.
series, besides Jigsaw, that one kind of sucks in my opinion. It's a give or take situation
Did you
depending
hear
on how you see
about,
it.
Blumhouse
Yeah,
buying it?
Blumhouse buying it.
Yeah,
Yes,
Blumhouse
sir.
bought it.
Hey, because Blumhouse bought it, they gave the original rights back to James Wan
And he's
and the
gonna
guy
help, right?
that his friend I'm not too sure about his name, but the guy that helped James Wan create the very first one, they're both taking creative credibility over the whole new
The
one
whole
now.
new ones that
Yeah,
come
the
out?
whole new one that's coming out now. So
think it's
I'm so
gonna be-
thankful that it's going back to its roots.
But-
Even though James Wan has been a producer on it, he has nothing else a part of like the writing, the directing, or anything else that's going around the whole movie. Like, so he's not really a part of it, but he's a part of it.
It's like final say. Kinda,
Yeah. But in this time, because of Blumhouse,
Yeah.
shouts out to that man, because that man fucking. I'm a big Saw fan myself, bro. The fun fact about James Wan and his friend that did that, they're both from Australia.
Really?
Even though that he's from a descent of the Chinese culture or whatever. I forgot like the man. What is it that starts with the M?
Man, Mongolia?
No. It's like Manani or some shit like that.
Malaysia? No.
Yeah, no. But anyway, like he's not even like that. He doesn't even speak in an Australian accent either. He was moved over there when he was 8, but
shit.
just Lionsgate took a chance on him. But anyway, I love James Wan, bro. Think about it. Insidious, like you said earlier,
Insidious.
from the Saw movies to Insidious to fucking The Conjuring to the Annabelle series to what is that?
Malignant?
Malignant. Yes, thank you.
That one was crazy.
That one was crazy. That was fucking
crazy.
dope. James Wan is a fucking great director.
Oh my god, that one was.
I can
so
talk about
crazy.
horror movies all day, bro. That man is a fucking genius. But anyway,
Start making a list right now.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can go on and on about that.
Nah,
And then,
these are movies he needs to watch.
I'm gonna watch the pod.
bro, and then the Terrifier 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. I
The
haven't
third
seen
one
the
was
third one. but
okay.
saw
Third one, I
and two.
recommend watching that.
Okay.
So my favorite though, I would have to go to. My favorite one was the Terrifier 3. Shit was
Terrifier
fucking
3?
amazing. It was more bloody, more gory than previous two. Serious.
Ooh, okay. Was it like over the top though, or no?
It was over the top, bloody, disgusting type shit. Shout out to them for the production team.
Okay. I mean, it is crazy though, because that first one was really a cheap budget, and they made almost like what 350,000
Yeah.
or something, almost.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right. Then it was only a $25,000 budget.
Yeah.
$25,000 budget.
$25,000.
How much profit
$25,000.
is that? That's easy. $300K profit.
That is.
Yeah.
But also, dude, for the fucking first Blair Witch
first.
Project movie, $5,000 budget turned into a fucking big office hit.
That's
Don't know the
what-
statistics
yeah.
on that,
How
but
much? How much did they make on that?
I'm not sure.
millions of
Search that real
dollars?
quick.
More than
Millions of
5,000?
dollars? Probably
Bruh.
millions. I know the Terrifier 2, because the Terrifier 1, what did you say? How much did you say it made? Like 340,000?
Yeah, 340, 350,000 pretty much.
So look at that. Turn around.
What would y'all do if y'all put in 25K into a movie, and then it came out to 300K? What would y'all do with that profit?
That's tough. I would reinvest it back into the projects like how they did, honestly, because they saw it was a not even box office, because the first one came out straight to Netflix only.
Yeah, it did.
And the sad thing is, out of the franchise, that's not even like the first one out of the franchise. There's prequels before that were nothing.
Hallows Eve.
All
or
Hallows
something.
Eve,
All Hallows Eve.
yep. A 1 and 2, maybe 3. I'm not sure,
And
but
that one
they
was just
weren't
short
going anywhere.
story, yeah.
And it was a different actor back then. It wasn't the same guy in these 3 movies now that everybody knows of. It's not the same dude that played the Terrifier or Art the
shit.
Clown. My bad, Art the Clown. But first one made over, you said like 340, 350,000.
350,
They
yeah.
turned that. The Terrifier 2 comes out, actually makes its way to theaters for once. Out of all the movies that dude made, finally makes its way to theaters. But the sad thing is, back in like 2022, I believe it came out in the Terrifier 2. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
It was 22. Yeah, 2022.
It was?
Yeah.
The sad thing is, though, they only had a limited run inside theaters for that movie itself. It was like a 2 to 3 day only in theater thing, yeah. But they still made enough money. I don't know specifics
I
on
want to say, I
that.
believe that one they had what 250,000 budget.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
that's correct.
And then they ended up making about, I think, like 15 million.
What the fuck?
So,
Yeah,
like,
look at
so-
that
what the
turnaround, bro.
fuck?
Because it's like it's original.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
true.
that thing that's like no reboot, no what would you say? No fucking remake. It's
yeah.
nothing. It's original. We've seen clown movies before, obviously,
Yeah.
but this is not the same thing as fucking Pennywise, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. All right, and
Like, this is,
that
like,
did
from the
so well.
ground,
Look how it just
yeah.
kept growing and growing. And then the third one, I could only imagine how much that grossed. I don't even know what the budget for that one was.
I want to say the third was like they definitely had like a $1-2 million budget, and then that one ended up being somewhere around, I want to say, about like 76 million.
Sheesh.
So
Bro,
like,
what would
You
y'all
want to know
do?
why, though?
That's a cult
Yeah,
following.
yeah, exactly. What would I do?
What would y'all do if y'all made that 70 mil? I mean, holy fuck.
off of
With the money?
Yeah.
Off of 250,000, making 74 million.
Kid-
Everything.
They
Sad.
say money is the root of all evil. I even got it tatted on me right here.
It
See
definitely
that?
is.
Money's the root of all evil.
Oh shit.
But anyways, all right then. We'll go ahead and send that off on this note to let y'all think about and insinuate with that shit.
Yes.
Just go ahead and let that sit on your minds.
Curious what you guys think. Answer in the
Yes,
comments.
exactly.
What would y'all do? Would
Exactly.
y'all
What would you
save?
do?
Would you splurge? Come on.
Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Smash that channel.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is First Initial J. This is First Initial Thoughts. We are sending it off tonight. Thank you for coming apart.
Of course, of course.
This
It's always
is
a
John.
pleasure.
This is John. This is Big Jew, and we are still curious to how he got his motherfucking name because he still never tells us.
Hey, we can end it on that. It's a real quick story, right?
Would you like to end that?
I feel like it's not as
Exciting as you think they think
exciting
it
as
is.
they think it
Well,
would.
Are you sure? Because a lot of people like to seem like it's exciting. Are you sure?
I'll explain it a little if you want.
I'll
It's up
explain
to
it a
you.
little. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's
All right,
not-
we're sending it
there's
off.
not- I feel like there's not too much.
Catch
I can
the next
say.
pod.
It shit get does. This,
Come on, I'm curious now.
shit does get deep. I can't say that
That's
shit.
You don't
She
got to
said.
get too far into it. We could
Go
do
get deep.
better, but
I was just I was always the young jit. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
You say Young Jit. We in
I
Florida?
I was always a jit doing dumb shit, and I like
BOP coach.
You know, fucking,
All right. My
Nah,
bad.
but I get that.
Nah,
yeah.
and I like freestyling a lot. That was my shit.
Line.
back
Let me hear a
then.
freestyle right now.
Bro, you spit
Freestyle.
that bar earlier. Come
No,
on.
Freestyle.
I did that Austrian dog. You know.
Aw, he don't freestyle.
We'll
He
prepare
capping.
something for the next pod.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
might do it next outro. I might.
All right. All
Oh,
right.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and,
take over the show.
And my name, we're trying to figure out the name, but that had young in it because I was young, and everyone, you know, a lot of rappers got young in the beginning.
You didn't want to be little
Up and
because
coming.
there's
You
too
wanna be
many
little.
littles out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And, so like, I was a young jit,
Okay.
but then
Okay.
the first two letters of my name were Jew, and they kind of matched with jit, so young Jew just came along. That's a story. Of
Young
my
Jew,
own.
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. And that's the antithesis of your story right there. That's the fucking goddamn.
Goddamn,
From
goddamn.
there, this is just a bunch of crazy stories from Young Jew.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Young
Those
Jew.
guys
We
can't
gotta
be-
save those for the
yeah.
next time, though. Another time.
Shit.
All right, then. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is First Initial J, and this is First Initial Thoughts. And John signing off.
John, signing off.
And Big Jew over here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for watching.
Such a
And
pleasure.
y'all have a great night.
Yes.
Thank you.
Final cheers. Appreciate y'all.